The Knights have also clinched home field advantage for the entire postseason. Outfielder Brady Lavoie says the team thrives off the energy the home crowd brings.
The Knights have now swept the Black Bears, the Pickles, and now the Drifters. They'll look to keep cleaning up against the Walla Walla Sweets over the weekend.
The Knights, as many Summer League teams do, have lost some players here near the end of the regular season. So while the dugout may be getting emptier, pitcher Ethan Ross is confident that the next guy will be ready to step up.
The Knights dropped their opening game of the playoffs against the Yakima Valley Pippins, but were able to bounce back thanks to a come-from-behind victory in Game 2, setting up the rubber match for tonight.
What has been your favorite season with the Knights thus far?
By far this year, because this group's pretty special and a lot of good guys on this team.
Caden, you set the tone for the evening defensively, getting after it with 6 strikeouts on the hill and only gave up that little bloop run off the second base. How are you able to keep the hitters guessing tonight? One person on your team that you had to put on jeopardy, who would it be? All right, Ian, being that you are so tall, do you ever play basketball? You faced some early adversity, getting that early run, but then locked back in the zone, retiring 15 of the next 16 batters. How are you able to regain control after that early adversity? Could you do an impression of your father for me?
Yeah. There it is.
Solid. 90 feet with Bradley Knight. The Corvallis Knights ended the regular season with a bang. The Knights won 19 of their final 21 games, including an 18-game win streak that started on July 17th in Wenatchee and lasted until this past Thursday as the Knights fell to the Bend Elks. Although it's tough to have a streak like that come to an end, pitcher Joey Gartrell believes the loss will serve as a good reset for the Knights going into the playoffs.
It's a good reset kind of. It's good to have that loss going into playoffs because now it's less pressure without all the win streak and stuff. It's just we lost, now we can reset for playoffs and let's go get them.
The Knights, as many Summer League teams do, have lost some players here near the end of the regular season. So while the dugout may be getting emptier, pitcher Ethan Ross is confident that the next guy will be ready to step up.
Yeah, those guys were great for us all summer, and it did hurt when they left, but we had those guys that need to step up, and they stepped up, and they've been a big help.
Now heading into their 15th consecutive postseason, this team knows that nothing is easy and that every run counts that much more in the playoffs.
Games like this are going to be games that we have in the playoffs. They're going to be close. It's going to be really important for our pitchers. Like tonight, Duke did a great job just filling up the zone and going long into the game, which was really good to see. So just basically same old thing for the pitchers. They've been doing a great job. Just keep throwing strikes and let the hitters do their thing as well and just keep it rolling.
The Knights have also clinched home field advantage for the entire postseason. Outfielder Brady Lavoie says the team thrives off the energy the home crowd brings.
It's always a great environment. We love the fans. We thrive off their energy, and it's definitely going to be a lot of fun come playoffs.
It's on three. 1, 2, 3. Knights!
The playoffs get underway this Tuesday, where the Knights will begin their chase towards their 6th consecutive West Coast League title. For the Corvallis Knights, winning is always the expectation. This expectation to win every day breeds from Oregon State, home of the 3-time national champions. The Knights are champions in their own regard, with 5 consecutive West Coast League titles. This tight-knit culture in Corvallis is what has helped propel Beaver players such as Ian Lawson and Tanner Smith to success both in the spring and the summer.
This team is really tight-knit. We have a lot of good guys on this team. Great chemistry, and everybody loves each other.
Both squads like to win a lot, and we do a good job of doing that here, but definitely the chemistry on both sides is very, very tight.
Lawson, who worked more in relief with the Beavers this past spring, has now been working in more of a starter role with the Knights this summer. He attributes his increased longevity to studying standout pitchers at Oregon State, such as Cooper Jerpy.
Just watching some of the guys we had this year at Oregon State, like Cooper, has just helped me a lot. Just seeing what they do and attacking hitters like the way he does just helped me immensely.
Smith, who has been swinging a hot bat lately for the Knights with 4 homers in his last 3 games, says his power hitting is thanks to the support from his teammates and coaches.
Having these guys behind me is a lot, and having the guys at Oregon State, all the coaches helping me out with everything that they can do. But yeah, just having the guys behind me helps me a lot.
The Knights have now swept the Black Bears, the Pickles, and now the Drifters. They'll look to keep cleaning up against the Walla Walla Sweets over the weekend.
Keep wanting to win. Hitters are doing a great job putting the ball in play, making hard contact. Pitchers are doing a good job of keeping the ball down in the zone and getting hitters out. So that's the key to success for us.
We just got to keep playing like we're doing, man. Pitchers are shoving, hitters are going off. So just keep the ball rolling. We'll take a couple more dubs.
From Corvallis, Blake Niemann, Corvallis Knights News.
Back goes Harvey to the track. The ball is off the top of the 14-foot fence.
Mike Parker, the voice of the Oregon State Beavers.
Deep into the paint, ball away, 8-footer, doesn't go! Slam through! Ball to left center field. Tyler Graham moving in. Graham is there! The Beavers are the national champions! 30, 25, 20. Simonton on his way. Ken into the end zone. Touchdown Beavers, and the streak is going to end here tonight.
Mike fell in love with sports and radio at an early age, with his first encounter coming with the great Vin Scully calling a Dodgers baseball game.
I'd never heard of sports really at all, but he was listening to a game on the radio, and I didn't even know what it was, but I said, what exactly are you listening to, Mr. Holland? And he said, oh, it's the Dodgers. It's baseball. I said, what are the Dodgers? What's baseball? I knew nothing. And then he's tried to explain baseball, and I realized I was thinking of something else, actually. I said, no, not so much who is that talking? Who's that person? And he said, well, that's Vin Scully.
Mike covers a variety of sports from football to basketball to baseball. He says that each sport brings its own unique challenges and style.
In all three sports, you can get some amazing moments and experiences. I think you have to be adaptable to the rhythm of each game, but each sport does have its distinct rhythm and ways of preparing, and I think you have to be versatile with all three.
Mike has covered some incredible moments in his career, but nothing quite like 3 national championships. He feels privileged to have been part of such magnifying moments.
It's been an honor, a privilege to get to call those 3 different championships, as well as just all of the Beaver baseball games over the last 23 years when there's such a invested, interested, passionate fan base. You know that what you're saying, everybody's kind of leaning in on.
Right now, I'm outside the Jacoby Ellsbury locker room at Goss Stadium. Ellsbury played at Oregon State from 2002 to 2005, and then went on to be drafted and have a solid career in the major leagues. Mike has covered Ellsbury along with many others, such as Michael Conforto, Jaquiz Rogers, and Brandon Cooks, who have all gone on to be successful in their professional careers. Keeping up with former players is one of Mike's favorite parts about working in sports.
I follow all of the former Beavers closely. Every major league box score that I look at every day has to do with how did our Beaver guys do. I stay in touch with a lot of those guys. That's one of the favorite parts of the job, is being able to follow these guys on into whatever they do in representing Oregon State so well.
Mike has been named the Oregon Sportscaster of the Year on 6 different occasions, but he believes the real reward is just being able to do what he loves.
Each time it means a great deal because you're being voted on by other writers and broadcasters in the profession. So I'm humbled and grateful to have ever been recognized by my peers in that way, to be a radio announcer all these years and call all of these games for this great university. Whether there was ever any recognition or award or not, the award is just getting to do it year by year, and I hope I get to keep doing it for a long time.